So there's a few things that I don't do as a married woman. Number 1, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number 2, I do not help him pay any bills. So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. Number 3, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. That's his responsibility. Number 4, he is responsible for replacing any of his essentials like soap, shampoo, anything like that. He needs to go buy it himself. Even if I'm at the store, I will not be replacing it for him. If he needs new underwear, new socks, or anything like that, that's for him to do. I'm not going to do it for him. I'm not going to enable a perfectly grown-ass adult, because then they get used to that shit, so no.
Imagine how mean and selfish and delusional you have to be to come on the internet and basically brag about how you do absolutely nothing in your relationship for your husband and your marriage and think that that's a flex. But not only that is, imagine for a moment going through your house and keeping tally of all of the things that you're not doing for your husband in a marriage.
I don't know how this woman managed to trick him into marrying her, but he needs to snap out of it immediately. She doesn't want a partner. She wants a slave.
Who filed for divorce? Who filed for divorce?
It was a mutual decision.
Who filed for divorce?
It was mutual.
Who filed for divorce?
Who
filed for divorce?
Who
filed for divorce?
I can't necessarily.
Who filed for divorce?
I did.
Thank you. It's not a very hard question. You filed for divorce.
Well, in that
you filed for divorce, ma'am. You just filed for divorce. That's all I'm asking.
But tell me,
no, ma'am. You filed for divorce. You filed for divorce. You picked him. You married him. You picked him, and you filed for divorce. Like I said, again, you can't make this shit up. You didn't pick the right the first time. You should have been picking somebody without a job, getting married, and then you wrecked your own home. You left a man who didn't have a job. You knew what he was. I don't care. But this is the first go round. You said you had therapy. If you've had therapy, then that means if you work the process, you should be making better decisions afterwards. And now you're in a relationship of 4 years and you still ain't married. The only common denominator in all this chaos is you.
That's probably the first time someone's ever held her accountable in her life.
It's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is titled, When Your Ex Tells You to Move Out While She's on a Work Trip Because the Guy She Cheated on You With is moving in, You Get Very Creative When Moving Out. I can't wait. I did this to an ex who asked me to move out while she was on a work trip and told me she was coming back with her new boyfriend. We were still together when she left. I got these little noisemakers, battery-powered ones the size of a quarter that emit sounds at just the right volume that you aren't sure if you really heard it. So quiet that 2 people could be sitting in an average-sized room, and while one can barely hear it, the other wouldn't hear a thing. They last ages and fit perfectly in light fixtures and in wall outlets. I got a box of 20 for them for like $100 on eBay and got so creative all over the house, her car. I even hid them in a boat her father got her. Rich family, and she grew up sailing. Well, that explains how she went on vacation and found herself a new toy that she's coming back with. Now, these little bastards make a noise at a completely random interval. Could be minutes, could be hours, could take the whole day off. They cycle noises like children laughing, a dying breath, as they call it, a whistle, scratching noises, some other ones I can't remember, but you get the idea. It was so unpredictable, it was near impossible for someone to just figure it out. Candy Thunder, I need these. I need these. Months go by. I get a new place, get my life back up. Now we had a few friends in common, and one of them I kept up with. They were kind of sour about how she ended things, but they had grown up together and kept up the friendship, loosely talking and catching up on occasion. I never really asked about her, but one day we got to talking, and he wanted to prank some friends on a camping trip, so I told him about the noisemakers. As I'm telling him about them, he slowly starts making this face like he's gradually losing his shit. He's got this huge grin on his face and asks me, "You put these in your ex's shit, didn't you?" And when I admit it, he starts laughing hysterically. Turns out her new boyfriend had only lasted a few months and had left telling her that he couldn't sorry. I'm sorry. It's too funny. I've never had a story so funny that I couldn't talk. This is... Turns out her new boyfriend had only lasted a few months and had left telling her that he couldn't handle whatever was going on with them and their mental states. Turns out for a while they had both heard things and sometimes only one of them would hear them, which gave the illusion that something really effed with them was going on in their heads at different times. They couldn't figure it out and eventually he wanted out completely. And having run down all the crazy list of shit people who were hearing voices would think, ended it believing he had been infected with some brain worm the government was putting in vaccines or something like that. Oh my god. This is the greatest thing ever. Oh, he thought he got infected by a brain worm that the government put in vaccines. It was amazing. I hadn't expected to hear anything about it. I rode that train for weeks. When it went away, I got another hit of that high. She moved out, told her parents she didn't want the house and to give it to her brother or sell it. Wouldn't tell them why. I always tell people who ask about her that I hold no grudge and don't tell them the part where I totally effed with her so bad that I overshot the got her back stage and hit the blissful state of satisfied with my work.
Bro, being a single mom is literally the hardest shit ever. Like, you cannot do anything. I literally got like one side of my weights racked at the gym because I tried to work out, and they're calling me over the intercom to come get him literally after 5 minutes because he don't want to be with anybody but me because I'm the only person with him. But you literally just can't do anything. I'm literally so exhausted from work like 90% of the time, so I don't ever get to do like a good like real workout. And I got up trying to do a workout this evening and he don't even want to go to the kids club. This is like the 3rd time I've tried to take him. He does not like to be with strangers, so it just makes it hard because I can't do anything. The only time I have help is when I'm working, but I can't ever do anything for myself. And the other parent just gets to do whatever they want. Literally whatever. You can go hang out with your friends.
This could have all been avoided if you simply made better decisions, but you chose not to. Now you're dealing with the consequences.
See what I found in his room?
What?
I found this in John's room.
Okay, all right. I think.
Did you know he was doing this?
Let's calm down.
Did you know our son is doing this?
Let's
Who's
calm
he
down.
hanging out with?
Calm down. We're gonna talk about it with him. Honey, do you know what this is?
It's our baby.
Do you know what that is?
Yes.
It's a wrench, honey. You put a wrench in a bag? You wrote evidence on it? Alright, I gotta go back to work.
Why does it look like this? What?
Alright, can you put that in the garage, please?
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you'll enjoy this next video. I will see you there.